Wait for it to officially go live. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, we live now, baby. We live now. Oh yeah, I think. Yep, there we go. All right. What's going on, everybody? Mm. Merry well, no, happy New Year's Eve, I guess. It's about a half hour away from being New Year's Eve. In 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. The Buckeyes are in the playoff, as they will be certain, trying to go for what is this now, the ninth national title? Wow. Trying to go for our third one of the CFP, our third title game berth of the CFP era. Woo wee, man. We got the Bulldogs on deck. And if you go through the media, you know, people watched us play against the team up north, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Ohio State's soft. Ohio State sucks. They ain't gonna stand a chance. Blah, 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 blah. But you know what? That's what they said in 2014. I remember that year. We went into that CFP with a third string quarterback coming off a Big Ten title game where we absolutely took Wisconsin to the woodshed. What was it, a 59-0 drubbing of a very good Wisconsin team? Remember that? Mm-hmm. I do. But as you see, we got the Buckeyes and the Dogs video, but I figured I'd do this in a regular live stream because I wanted to. This way I can go more in depth. So we're going to go through both of the depth charts, kind of compare the units, our offense versus their defense versus our offense, and I guess I'll even compare the special teams units too, because why not? So according to my lovely, of course, he's going pro after this game. We already know that. And then after that, after he leaves, Cal McCord or Devin Brown in this game. Harris Johnson, absolute stud. No need to worry about him. Donovan Jackson, he's all right. Matt Jones would be good to go for this game. So most likely he'll start at right guard. And then DeJuan Jones, the big man, the senior. Man, he's already a senior? I remember when he just freaking came to college. When he just started playing. It's like, damn, he's already a senior. They're going up against a stellar defensive front. Michael Williams with Zion Logue, I guess. Okay, Jalen Carter's, and then you have or whatever. But I guess they run a 3-4. Shmael Mondin Jr., absolute stud. Keely Ringo, I remember him coming out of high school. A lot of colleges were looking at him, and he went to Georgia. I believe he's the one that got the game sealing interception in the title game last year against Alabama. Christopher Smith, Malachi Starks, Kamari Lassiter, Javon Bullard. A lot of those guys are going to be playing professional football when their days are up in college. Ringo will. Smith definitely will. Starks loaded defensive roster all over the place. Just talking about like their first and second teamers. Now on the offensive side for the Buckeyes, our key here is our running backs, tight ends, and receivers. Of course, no JSN. So it'll be Marvin Harrison, Fleming, Igbuka. Oh yeah, Tennessee scored again. Damn. Clemson might see a little bit of Caleb Brown, maybe. I doubt it. Xavier Johnson, I'd love to see him a little bit. Jaden Ballard, I'll probably see a little bit of him coming up in this game tomorrow. Tight end. I mean, you got Cade Stover, Mitch Rossi, who's I guess, technically a fullback. And then G. Scott, who's a converted receiver. But honestly, it's just going to be Cade Stover, I think. So yeah, our offensive out with an ankle injury. He's been battling it since I think one of the first games of the year. Yep, he's been out for a while. The background is looking clean. Oh yeah, freaking love it. I think Georgia wins. Ohio State don't stand a chance. Now, what's going to happen is we'll know very quickly how the Buckeyes are in this game. If they go out there and they smack Georgia in the mouth, maybe they get Georgia shook a little bit, and you just keep slugging away at them. Because I mean, if that's one thing I know, Ohio State usually always in the playoff. We've ran into Clemson and then Alabama, but I mean, Ohio State ain't a team to just look and scoff at. Because this team could just as easily go out there and do what they did to Clemson a couple years ago. What's up, awesomeness? Good luck on Sunday. Should be a fun game. Ah, but man. Nope, damn it. Now you flip the scripts here, and you look at our defense against their offense. This might be where we can make some noise. Mood, because you're looking at the Georgia offense. Quarterback, you have the old man Stetson Bennett. Trips. He looks like a coach. Yeah, but around him, he's got weapons everywhere. Running back, they really only lost what Pickens last year. Up front, you have solid offense. Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington, the two big tight ends. I know Kevin Stefanski's going to have his eyes on Darnell Washington. And he just might. I mean, Oscar Delp, I guess, is a backup rather than Goody. Wait. My God. Clemson really ran 100 plays, scored 14 points. That's tough. But yeah, linebackers are going to be huge in this game because of those tight ends from Georgia. Steel Chambers, Cody Simon, Tommy Eichenberg, who's had a resurgence of a season, Palaye Nayote, the guy I've never even really heard much of this year from USC, corner, seemingly this year, J.K. Johnson, you have Jair Brown, freshman, probably not going to see him too much. We have a receiver playing corner in Kai Stokes. That should end well. Lathan. I mean, I'd probably watch the draft on. I'm just gonna be wait for the lag to stop if it ever decides to stop. Okay, we done with the lag now. All right, but what do I watch the draft on? I was gonna be a smartass and say my TV, but I usually watch it on ESPN. Yeah. Although honestly, they're getting kind of cringe over there, so I might start watching more on NFL Network. I usually just watch like the first 2 days on ESPN, and then the third day I watch on NFL Network, so I could watch them do the whole stump the truck thing that they like to do over there. But you look at Ohio State and you look at Georgia, both teams are very, very good. Don't let the haters say, "Oh, Georgia's gonna curb stomp Ohio State." The only way that they're gonna curb stomp us is if we come out there and we just look like like we did against Northwestern. If it looks like we don't even want to be there. Which I mean, if you don't want to be at this game, then you don't deserve to be playing on the team in general. Because this is like what you play all year to do. You play all year to do this. When are you gonna upgrade your camera? Kid Wilson, buddy, my camera is connected to my $800 computer. Quality is probably from the lighting. In which case, I'm probably going to upgrade that at some point. Watch the draft on ESPN, at least for the first 2 days. But yeah, when we look at this game, if I had to give an ultimate prediction, Actually, I'm gonna do like what I do for my Browns games. 3 keys to victory. Number one, uh, don't don't be doing the stupid garbage that we have always seen so long. Like with the freaking screenplays. Don't overdo the screen passes, especially if they blow up one. Because if they blow up one, it's like these corners, they're very aggressive on Georgia. They're gonna blow up the screen passes. If you're gonna do a screen pass, make sure there's guys there to block. I saw that a lot this year. They do a screen pass, a dump off. There's no one around the block. Play goes for like loss of 5 or 6. Also, offensive line, make sure you can open up some holes. And for the running backs, none of this garbage running sideline to sideline. Run forward. Even if you get 2 or 3 yards, that's still positive. It's 2 or 3 yards that you didn't have before. But key number two, force turnovers. I mean, that's gonna be tough. Maybe JT can get to the quarterback here and there, and maybe force a couple bad throws, and hopefully our secondary is up to the task of guarding those receivers and tight ends. Force some turnovers, maybe force a bad throw or two, and then we'll see what happens there. Key number three, I'd say take any points you can get. You know, I mean, obviously we got Noah Ruggles at kicker. I didn't talk about special teams because honestly, it doesn't really matter. It may come down to special teams, but I'm glad that we have a guy that we can rely on in Noah Ruggles to handle kicking duty. But when it comes down to it, if I had to give my ultimate prediction, I want to be a homer so bad and say Ohio State wins, but the vibe is telling me Georgia is going to escape somehow with like I'm going to say I'll say 31-24 dogs. Yeah. Say 30. No, I would say this 31-28 dogs. I'll give us 4 more points. 31-28 dogs escape with a victory with a field goal like right near the end of the game. And we can't get close enough for Ruggles to tie it. So if I was a homer, I'd say Buckeyes win like 35-10, but that ain't gonna happen. Duh. So yeah. I say dogs win 31-28. Oh, you don't believe in the Buckeyes. Well, I mean, if we play like we did against the team up north, that was the last game we played. We play like that. I don't know, man. I mean, we got to be able to stop the freaking Georgia offense. I'm just going to say 31-28 dogs. Oh, you're not a true Buckeye fan. That's what you think. That's what you think. It is what it is. You know, this team just has to step their game up on the recruiting trail. And also the transfer portal, too. I think Ohio State really needs to step up their game on the recruiting trail and the transfer portal. We had a chance at 3 of the top defensive ends, in the class of 2023 or 2023, didn't get a single one of them. Honestly, I like how the Buckeyes do it. People get it mad at them because they're kind of playing by the rules. But knowing us, if we try to, do what these other schools are doing, kind of not playing by the rules, we'd be the ones to get caught not playing by the rules. Because that's how it usually would go, right? I mean, after all, we were the ones that got docked because our players were giving out merch for tattoos way back when Tennessee was doing what they call bag men, giving out money in McDonald's bags. I mean, if you think about it, that tattoo thing that cost us a national championship, but it did let us get Urban Meyer though. But still, we would have probably won the Natty that year with Urban. We went undefeated. But if I want to be super positive, I'm gonna say if the Buckeyes win, No, if the dogs win, it'll be 31-28. Buckeyes win, I'll say we smacking them in the mouth a couple times. We're getting after, we're getting after Bennett. Georgia's kind of sleeping a little bit. Maybe they play like they did against Mizzou or Kent State or whatever. They'd be kind of sloppy. And our defense is out here just throwing caution to the wind, just attacking. And let's say we pull off one of the biggest upsets in CFP history in the short term, in the short history of the CFP. I say if the Buckeyes win, it's going to be even closer. I could see the Buckeyes winning by one measly point. I'm going to say Buckeyes, if the Buckeyes were to win, it's going to be like, I'm going to say, oh, dang. I'm going to say maybe a little bit shorter. I think Buckeyes are going to win 20. If the Buckeyes do win this game, it'll be 28-24 Buckeyes. So 31-28 Dogs or 28-24 Buckeyes. That's the way I see it. Yeah, I figured I'd, make a quick video or stream talking about this a little bit. It is what it is. Can't wait to stream the game tomorrow. I'll be live at around about 7:45 for the game. Should be fun. Can't wait to stream. I'm not going live for TCU Team Up North. I'm just gonna sit back, watch that game, and then I'll go live about 7:45 for Buckeyes and Dogs, and we'll see how it goes. And then get ready for next year if we lose, and then if we win, I'll be back doing another one of these for the Natty coming up as well. Now, with that being said, guys, hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Bucks.